Are you irritated with PDF comparisons that are not accurate and time-consuming? Maintaining version control and maintaining accuracy is a headache for teams that rely on manually reviewing their document. Traditional methods are error-prone and slow, making it difficult for QA teams and developers to quickly spot changes between document versions. SmartUI eliminates this challenge by transforming PDF comparison into an automated testing process. It works by capturing a baseline image of a PDF, then automatically comparing it against new versions. Any difference is instantly flagged, allowing teams to identify bugs immediately and ensure document integrity between changes that can affect the users. By the end of this session, you will learn use cases for smart PDF comparison and how to compare PDF documents using the CLI. CLI is an acronym for Command Line Interface. You will also learn how to compare a PDF document using an SDK. I will start with use cases for smart comparison. A financial report is a great use case when you need to stop wasting time digging for details. SmartUI is designed for instant access, allowing you to quickly navigate and understand the numbers. Plus, with flexible comparison modes like strict and smart ignore, you get to choose the level of detail you need. For crystal clear, line by line validation of any financial report, I recommend strict mode. Let's go to lambdatest.com and look at 6 more use cases. Number 1, software documentation. It tracks changes and ensures consistency across document versions. Number 2, legal and compliance. Spot differences in contracts or regulatory documents. Number 3, design validation. Verify design updates and maintain visual consistency. Number 4, proofreading. Detect edits between document versions for quick review. Number 5, quality assurance, QA. Compare specs or blueprints to uphold standards. Number 6, archiving. Confirm integrity of records over time by highlighting modifications. Now for the demo, we go to GitHub and clone this Lambda test repo. Go to code and copy the URL. Now, after copying the URL, we're going to clone it, but let me show you the branch that we're going to check out. The branch is SmartUI. Now let's go to the terminal. I have everything set up, but I will walk you through the steps, step by step. First step, I recommend to not use the terminal that comes with your IDE. We're going to write git clone, then paste in the URL. Next, I will change the directory by writing cd, and after writing cd, I'm going to write JUnit hyphen Selenium hyphen sample. Next step is to check out the SmartUI branch by writing git checkout SmartUI. Bingo. And now we see that it has been switched to the new branch. Okay, so now that we have switched to the new branch, at this point, I will show you how to compare the PDF documents using the CLI. We begin by establishing a SmartUI project. So let me go back to the browser. And we establish the project by clicking this SmartUI projects page. After clicking that link, the next step is to click the New Project button. Then select PDF as the platform type. We provide a project name such as PDF Compare Docs. Then add an approver. But we see my name is already here, Rex Jones. Tag is not required, but it is a quick way to filter your project. Next is to click the Continue button. Now that we have set up and established the project, we have preconditions for installing the SmartUI CLI, and that is to have the Node.js and NPM. Here are the steps if you do not have them installed on your computer. Going back to the browser, on lambdatest.com, we see the first step is to install SmartUI CLI. We can also go to the project and see the same steps. Let me go back to the project and select CLI. Yes, and we see step 1 also shows install the SmartUI CLI. I'm going to copy this command and go back to the terminal and paste. The command should show how many packages were added. Yes, 266 packages in 20 seconds. Step 2 is to set up your credentials. We make sure to have the right operating system. I have Windows, but if you have Mac, these is how you will set up your credentials. And we see PowerShell. But going back to Windows, now I'm going to copy the credentials and paste those credentials inside of the terminal. And that's done. Now, going back to the browser, step 3 is to upload the PDFs using the CLI. And I'm going to use this command to upload the PDF. Copy and go back to the terminal and paste. At this point, we can specify the directory or the file name. I prefer the file name. So let me remove this and go to my Windows Explorer. Yes, so we see I have FY23 and FY24 for Lambda test folder. When I go to FY23, this is the PDF file. I'm going to hold down Shift key, right click the mouse, and then select Copy as Path. Yes, now go back to the terminal. Now going back to the terminal, next step is to paste the path. Bingo. We see 2 messages. One message has authenticated with SmartUI and a green check mark. The second message shows PDFs uploaded successfully. Let's view those test results. We view those test results by clicking this Get Started button. Bingo. And we see the report, and it has 2 pages. The process of SmartUI is to retrieve all of the PDF pages, then convert the pages as a screenshot. We repeat the same steps for the second PDF document. Let me go back to my Windows Explorer. FY23, but I'm going to now FY24. And going back to FY24, notice both documents have the same name, reports.pdf, but located in different folders. For comparing the documents, it is important to have the same name for each file. Let me go back to the terminal and go back to the previous command, and I'm going to change FY23 to FY24. Yes. And that's it for uploading the documents. And we see both messages again. Authenticated with SmartUI and a green check mark, and PDFs uploaded successfully. Now let's compare the documents. Yes, we have a base build and none-base build. I'm going to select the non-baseline build. Then click the PDF document. There are different views, but I'm going to go to the parallel view because it shows both screenshots. And right now we're waiting for the pages to load. Bingo. One screenshot shows FY23 annual report, and the other screenshot shows FY24. We also see the mismatch percentage. Let's go to page 2. And it shows more differences between the PDF documents. However, notice the mismatch percentage is different. Right now, it's on strict mode, and strict mode is the highest level to identify mismatches between a baseline image and a captured screenshot. Smart ignore disregards differences that are expected or irrelevant. That's why the percentage is not the same. That's how we compare PDF documents using the CLI. Next is to compare using the SDK. So for starters, you must add lambda test -Java -SDK dependency. It is located on central sonatype.com. The description shows a Java SDK for lambda test services. You need at least version 1.0.18, which has all of the PDF classes. I am using Maven, but Gradle is also good. Let's go to the pom.xml file. And in the pom.xml file, I'm going to search for lambda test. If I can spell it right, lambda test -Java. Bingo. And here is the dependency. Lambda test -Java -SDK. Now, let's walk through the test. Starting with the setup. Okay, so I'm going to walk through it step by step. And the purpose is to prepare the credentials to communicate with the lambda test servers. That's why we have 3 pieces of information, and they are key. The first piece is username, access key, and project token. That's how we set up the credentials. Next is the test method. And inside this test method, I want you to pay attention to the first line that says SmartUI config. It creates a new empty configuration object with default values for all its settings. We see dot with project token, and it is the first configuration to set a required project token. The project token is required because it tells Lambda test which project your PDF comparison belongs to. It is chained to with fetch result. Now, when it comes to with fetch result, that is the second configuration step, but it is not required for the test run. However, the purpose is to tell the program to wait for the comparison results from Lambda test server after uploading the PDF. If it was set to false, then the program would upload the PDF and continue without waiting for the result. The final part is just a configuration object. And let me make more room so you have more to see. This object holds both the project token and the instructions to fetch results. This complete configuration is then passed to the SmartUI PDF uploader, so it knows exactly how to perform its test. Line 34 declares a string variable named PDF path and assigns a value that represents the file system path. If I go back to the project, then the PDF document is located under FY23. Line 35, PDF uploader is a way for the client object that is configured. The purpose is for the client object to communicate with the Lambda test SmartUI service. Upload PDF path tells the PDF uploader to take the PDF document at the location specified by PDF path and upload to the SmartUI dashboard. Lambda test SmartUI will automatically treat it as the baseline image since it is the first upload in this test run. After the test sleep for 5 seconds, PDF path reassigns the variable to represent the second document that will be uploaded and compared against the first document. Therefore, line 39 does not create a new variable. Instead, it updates the existing PDF path variable with a new string value. Lambda test SmartUI automatically compare it against the FY23 baseline to detect any changes. When it comes to line 40, it receives a detailed report from the server. This report contains information about whether the comparison passed or failed and how many differences were found. Let's go back to the pom.xml. I want to show you something else in the pom.xml file. We must also add a profile. Let me scroll down to line 130. Yes, this is the profile. Profile is a set of configuration values that are not required but activates a custom build. Its unique identifier is given by the ID tag, which is SmartUI PDF local. Let's go to the terminal. And in the terminal, I'm going to change the directory to my project that has the updated code. And that is cd idea projects /JUnit selenium -sample. Now I must set the username, access key, and project token from the terminal. I'm going to go back to the previous commands where I set it already. This is the username. I'm going to set it. Access key. I'm going to set it. Now I'm looking for the project token. Bingo. And I'm also going to copy the project token. Okay, and I'm going to paste the project token into the test by going back to IntelliJ, local test, and I'm going to set the project token. Bingo. Now, the next command is to run the test by writing MVN, when I get this straight, test space -P. The P stands for profile, which activates the build profile. Then the profile ID is going to be SmartUI PDF local, which is the same information from the pom.xml file. Yes, we see it shows uploading PDF to SmartUI, and it shows count 1. And it also shows successfully received PDF for rendering. It will take some time to generate the screenshots. This is the baseline image, so that's why it shows mismatch percentage 0.0. Total pages is 2, total PDFs is 1. And it also shows the number of screenshots, the project name, which is PDF Compare Docs, and it's still waiting for the results. We see build success. That's good. Okay, so for the second PDF type document, it's going to show, okay, yeah, 1 PDF and 2 pages. Okay, so page 1, page number 1, page number 2. So at this point, let's go to the dashboard, because right here is the second PDF. We see FY24, and up above that, we see FY23. So that is finished. At this point, the results for JSON percentage show the mismatch. So remember, the first one showed 0 because it was the baseline image. But this one, it showed the mismatch percentage for page 1 and for page 2. Yes. I have one more use case for the cloud, but let's go to lambdatest.com. Before doing that, let's go back to, and the results are going to be here. But let me show you the other use case. And I'm going to lambdatest.com, the playground for Selenium. And here, the use case involved clicking the download file button. And here is the document. Bingo. And it automatically generated a PDF document. So if I go to my PDF download folder, we will also see that same document. Right here. Here we go. Okay, so let's go to IntelliJ and look at the other document. I'm going to walk through this code as well. So I'm going to copy the project token and paste it. Now, for line 65, we see driver.get loads the AUT. Then line 69 and 70, click the download button. That file will be downloaded in a Selenium session. From that session, the code at lines 78 and 79 will execute the PDF document using Lambda test hook. See the comment at line 75? It works on line 82 by converting the base 64 content to a PDF file. At this point, the process is like the SmartUI PDF local test. I'm going to upload the file from lines 93 all the way down to 100. Then format the results on line 102. There is a different profile for the cloud test. If I go back to the pom.xml file and scroll down to line 148, and this shows the ID is SmartUI PDF Cloud. It is designed to only include one file. Therefore, in the terminal, let's write mvn test, like we did once before, -p. And this time, I'm going to write SmartUI PDF Cloud. The terminal is going to show some of the same information, but with a new screenshot status. So while this is running, let's go to the dashboard right quick. Yes, we'll see it running. Bingo, we see build success. The status shows new screenshot. And we understand why it shows mismatch percentage as 0.0 because it's not comparing against anything else. So now let's go to the dashboard. This is the latest one, and this is the screenshot of the same PDF. There is no baseline image. So let me go ahead and click this green check mark, approve and update. Bingo. And that's it for comparing PDF using SmartUI Lambda test. If you would like to learn more, then make sure to follow the blogs at www.lambdatest.com/blog and community.lambdatest.com. In addition to the blogs, you can earn a certification at www.lambdatest.com/certifications. Get educated, get recognized.